yeah, looking towards world. It's looking good. Could be good for my back end of a 200-metre race. Maybe I should train with those guys.
Talking about training, talking about yourself, you are they going to come straight on to? We'll talk about that later. It's the C1, the canoes, 1,000 metres. Lane number 7, he seems to be on scintillating form this year. Mark Oldershaw.
Yeah, a good friend of mine, training partner. I've been training with the guy for more than a decade and a half now, and he is truly coming into his own as a canoer. He's been in amazing shape since, you know, as long as I can remember, but he's really putting it together in his canoe races, and in the last couple of races he's been pushing Sebastian Brendel quite a bit.
This is going to be a really good late. You just mentioned Sebastian Brendel, who is in your picture now, and Attila Vajda, who beat him in the World Championship. So it's going to be a cracking race. Is it going to be a 3-horse race, or can Marcin Grzybowski come through? It's really going to be interesting.
It won't. I don't think it'll be a 3-person race. I think it'll be a race across the board. But I think we're going to see strong finishes from those 3 gentlemen that you mentioned: Mark, Sebastian, and Attila. Of course, Attila racing not just at home in his home country of Hungary, but also his home course. He lives and trains in Szeged, so also he's quite familiar with this water. His first World Cup for the year, I believe. So can he do what the Hungarian lady did earlier in the day? Yep. They like to show up at home and be fast. This crowd wants Hungarian gold.
On the bottom lane, you can see Tamás Kiss.
2 Hungarians in the final here.
Well, he's a marathon specialist. He came silver medal in the 2013 World Championships. Next up is Bulnes from Cuba. Good to have a Cuban in the final. But Attila Vajda in your picture.
Paddling in the Vajda instead of, he typically paddles in the Nello, but I guess he's given the Vajda a try. Mark Oldershaw mentioned that if his name was Attila Vajda, then he'd race in the Vajda every time.
I'm sure he would.
I've got to go back to lane 9. That's a killer name. Tamás Kiss, like, how good would that be, just going out at night? And, what's your name, mate? My name's Kiss. That'd be awesome.
Lockie Tame on the microphone.
Maybe more for the ladies than the mates.
Yeah.
Anyways. Okay, back to the race here. Lane 3, Sebastian Brendel, and lane 6, Marcin Grzybowski from Poland have taken it out.
Traditionally, in the last few races, he has taken it out fast in the first half.
It'll be important that Mark Oldershaw stays close. He's sometimes lets the middle half of the race get away from him a little bit, but if he can stay on pace, then we'll see his strong finish towards the end.
He's pushing out well now. He's in top 3, so he's looking good, the Canadian. Also likes to call the canoe racing high-bladed single knee, something like that. He was telling me that.
High kneel.
Yeah,
high kneel paddling.
Yeah, it was a shock to us. We don't have many seaboaters from Australia, so we're constantly learning from the Canadians about this sport and about the burn of the one leg.
I think it burns in both legs, but yeah, it's definitely it's different. And I think it's more technical than kayaking, if I can say that on air. I'm a big fan of Mark's new boat. He's got a flannel boat, bit of a, you know.
Grzybowski in your picture, 35 years old. Any form he has, he actually came. He slowed down a bit at the end last week in Rashishi for the 2nd World Cup of the season and came 7th.
Sebastian Brendel still looking quite comfortable in lane 4 there.
The Polish has just started to rate up a little bit then, I just noticed, on his left or right side, I'm not sure. Right, he's a righty.
Yeah, in the yellow boat.
I wonder what the ratio is out there from lefties to righties.
Well, last week Sebastian Brendel claimed that because he was a lefty, he had a certain advantage and didn't know he would have, I wasn't sure he would have actually beaten Fuchser and Oldershaw, but conditions are more fair today, I think.
Certainly a left wind in Rachica and a left wind yesterday, but I think it's much more fair. Classy conditions.
Yeah, it's pure glass out there. This is what you want to race in. These guys have got it good.
Yeah, Marcin from Grzybowski from Poland really giving a push in the middle half of the race here. Impressive. But Attila Vajda, he's at home. He wants everybody to know that when he's at home, the horns are all for him.
Well, last season in the World Cups, it was Brendel who dominated the World Cups, but in the World Championships in Duisburg, it was actually Vajda who came through.
Absolutely. A little look there from Marcin Grzybowski might have been indicating that he's just been passed by 2 guys and might be falling off the pace a little bit.
The Italian's still in the picture there. He's given a crack in the black boat, lane 2.
Nice long strokes from Sebastian. I think this is going to come down to a 2-man race in the last 250 meters between the Hungarian and the German, as we've seen so many times in the past. And the second Hungarian, Tamás Kiss.
How do they balance in those things? Oh my gosh, they're skinny.
Sebastian Brendel.
But in the heats yesterday, they both dominated, so they both came straight through to the final, but it is going to be last 180 meters.
Sebastian Brendel looking so strong. Stroke rate picking it up here in the last 150 meters. The boat with the German colors. Attila Vajda staying strong in the last 100 here. This is where he's known to be quite an impressive racer, but I think Sebastian might have an edge on him that'll be tough to overcome. Marcin Grzybowski doing a great job holding on in third in the yellow boat from Poland.
The Italian pushing us hard, lane 2.
The Italian in lane 2 absolutely pushing up.
Sergiu Craciun, he's coming along, he's 29 years old. It's Sebastian Brendel who's going to take the gold. Attila Vajda today takes the silver. And it's going to be really close for the bronze. It looks like Italy takes it.
But Italy did, yeah, and I think Russia actually passed.
Italy had a great canoe shoot there on the line just to pip out for the bronze medallion.
Sergiu Craciun from Moldova, lives in Rome with his younger brother competing. But it's all about Sebastian Brendel, who's now won all 3 World Cups so far.
Really impressive performance, and not just the singles from the Germans, but Max and Sebastian really not letting up at all in the World Cups here. Really,
I wonder if
impressive.
those 2 guys train together. C1000, K1000. Let's get it all done together in Germany.
On the water, you mean?
Yeah, training together.
Now, I don't want to, make reference to the fact that you're Australian. You might not know this, but you realize the canoes go about 20 seconds slower over 1,000 meters, right?
Yeah, I think your canoeists were beating me in Pusiano a couple of weeks back, so maybe.
Yeah, but if there's 2 of them in the boat in the C2, then they go almost the same speed as a K1. That's probably why.
This is correct.
C2s remarkably go a little bit faster than C1. See, Lockie's learning a little bit.
Yeah.
If you'd like to teach me about surf ski, then I'd be happy to listen, because as you've seen, I'm pretty...
It's a good bird's eye view for a beginner up here. I'm just really learning about the canoe bounce and that boat run. We're looking for some boat run today. Got to find some of that in the 200 heats coming up the Savo.
You're going to try and run your boat between strokes? Get a little bit of a pause going, eh?
Yeah.
So is it the last 4 times you've been Aussie champion? Or?
Yeah, that's correct, yeah.
Let's talk about the unprecedented results that we've seen from Lockie Tame. We might have a little bit of
confirmation of the results. Sebastian Brendel takes gold. Attila Vajda takes silver for Hungary, and Sergiu Craciun for Italy takes the bronze medal.
As you mentioned,